Ken Kubec. I am the VP of Acquisitions at Thrasio. Just a little bit about myself. I've spent, probably 12, before joining the Amazon world, I spent 12 years in investment management. I was a stock analyst and portfolio manager, investing in small cap tech growth stocks. And then I kind of got the bug to do something different, to really kind of join actually in the industry, the tech industry. I connected with an entrepreneur in Boston that actually owned and operated a $15 million a year Amazon business. I joined as a COO there, really gnashed my teeth, learned everything there is to know about running an Amazon business, all the trials and tribulations that a seller goes through. And then I, by happenstance, got connected with one of the co-founders of Thrasio. They were just starting to really roll up Amazon FBA businesses. The genesis of the company was really to buy e-com D2C businesses, leverage SEO, and then as one of the CEOs, Josh in New York, got more and more involved in the Amazon ecosystem, he realized that there's just a massive scale opportunity and leverage opportunity to focus on FBA businesses. So they bootstrapped the company, did 2 acquisitions around this time last year, and then went out and raised a couple $1 million of equity and debt and started to build out the team. So I joined in November to run acquisitions, and I think I was the 6th person. Fast forward to today, we have 60 people across 5 offices, and we've acquired over 20 brands.
That is crazy. So
yeah.
What's the profile? What is it you guys look for when you're looking to acquire a brand?
Yeah, so our sweet spot is a brand that's doing anywhere from 1 to 15 million a year in revenue. We look for what we call a review moat. So we can go into how we think the Amazon landscape is going to evolve over time, but we're looking for leaders in their space. Top 5, top 10 positioning. And then we're category agnostic, so we own something in pets, auto, sports and outdoors, etc. The only real disqualifiers are we don't want anything that has heavy technology obsolescence risk, no fashion, and no fads. That's really kind of the only disqualifiers we have. Wow.
So do you go out hunting for these brands, or do the brands, can they apply to be acquired? What's the process there?
Yeah, so, we have great relationships with all the brokers in the market. So, we've done multiple deals with Empire Flippers, Quiet Light Brokerage, Website Closers. And then we've been building out, we go to conferences, we're trying to get our name out there more. So we're getting a lot of inbound leads, that people can email me directly, ken@thras.io. You can go to our website and apply. Every inquiry that comes across, the company, I get on the phone and just talk through the business, and give you a first cut of, what we think about it. And then it would, potentially move forward, or happy to just, either pass you on or, refer you to a broker if you're really interested in selling, but it's not a right fit for us. And take it from there, really.
Nice. What, do these brands, what if they have an off Amazon presence, or or do you strictly do nothing off Amazon?
No, I mean, we know that as an entrepreneur, they're constantly seeking to diversify, and everybody knows, the inherent risk of operating just solely on Amazon. Although it's getting better, but the overnight shutdowns, the suspension of accounts, listing suppression, etc. So I would say the majority of the business we do buy have a piece of business that's off of Amazon. We look for at least kind of 85 to 90% based off on Amazon revenue.
Okay. And then is the move you usually keep all the employees and then you work with them, or do you have it all in-house in one place, so you're actually delegating throughout the whole thing? What's the process there?
Yeah, so we have our operations team is 40 plus people. So we basically take the entire asset on and run it ourselves in-house. There were some instances, and there will be in the future, where we, will keep the owner on as a consultant if they're doing in the middle of a new product launch, for example, or they have a strong R&D pipeline. or if they're a native speaker in either European market, and just have local knowledge and expertise. So, but for the most part, I think our value proposition as a buyer is we let the owner kind of go free after 45, 60 days post-acquisition. There's no consulting required, and they're on to their next thing. And oftentimes they already have another brand or product that they've started, and they want the capital to invest in that.
What's like the red flag that usually people don't even think about? Like I'm guessing that enough brands actually come to you guys and you probably turn a good amount down. Am I right?
Yeah. I mean, so we, I would say our strategy is a little bit different than what I think most people would think from an acquisition standpoint. So we love, one product doing $1.5 million a year in revenue. Like that's our sweet target. Whereas I think that would scare a lot of buyers away, because of the lack of diversification. But, we have a portfolio now of close to almost 1,000 ASINs. So we're able to diversify that risk across our entire portfolio. The red flags would be, short operating history. So if you've only been selling for a year, it's really hard for us to tell the seasonality of the business and the staying power of the business. And then also just, the review rate and count, and if the reviews have been scraped, we want to do everything above the board as a company because, there's a lot at risk. So, we do everything white hat. So any glaring, terms of service violations that we can see that are, either were done previously or currently being done, either in inserts on the listing itself, there's a lot of different tactics out there that people are doing to gather reviews, et cetera. So that would be, just a big risk from us, from our standpoint.
So you guys come in, and obviously I'm going to ask a marketing question.
Yeah.
Of course. So do you guys come in and like clean the whole listing and redo the whole thing and stick to the product? Or I would imagine if they're doing, more than $1 million a year, that their listings are probably good. Like, what do you guys do to kind of come in and improve upon it?
Yeah. I mean, to your point, most of them actually have done a great job. So for the most part, it's maintenance, but we do try and increase conversion rates. So whatever our team looks at, we've probably, out of the 20 plus brands we've acquired, we've probably already done creative in terms of videos, reshot photos on probably, I would say eight or nine of them. Mm-hmm. So, we definitely take the look at creative, and then, we also have the ability to test pricing, because we are profitable, and we do have the opportunity to, invest in new products, invest in marketing. So there's usually inefficiencies in, the marketing campaign, or they're not running a high enough ACoS. They might be keeping it at 15% when in reality the business affords a 25% ACoS. So we'll do that. And then the other point, the longer term, is going to be cost of goods sold reduction. So we have an excellent head of supply chain who's building out a global team. And, when you think of our ambitions are to consolidate a couple $100 million in revenue, and, when you're at that scale and you look across the portfolio and you could potentially reduce cost of goods sold across the board by even 5-10% on a 20% average cost of goods sold, that's 200 to 400 basis points of leverage in a model that's doing a couple $100 million. That's a lot. That's going to add to the bottom line.
Yeah. Do you do any kind of like off Amazon strategy driving traffic to Amazon? Yeah.
That's one of the big, I would say, levers in the business going forward. At the end of the day, all that matters on Amazon is conversion, right? So, and our whole marketing strategy is focused on finding ways to increase conversion, and that could be, driving off Amazon traffic to Amazon, and getting in that product flywheel where you're converting higher rates because the off Amazon traffic just has a higher conversion rate if they're going there with higher intent to purchase versus just organic search. We've seen studies that it's anywhere, or sponsored products, ad revenue is anywhere from 15 to 40% of total revenue. for an Amazon business. I don't think that's going down anytime soon. So, we're definitely focused on figuring out the right strategies to leverage.
Nice. Cool.
Yeah.
I know, I'm sure you're aware, love keeping these short and sweet. Really appreciated having you. Obviously, I'll let you go enjoy your Friday. I would love
thanks.
it, if you can give some closing remarks so everyone know where they can find you guys.
Yeah, so as I said, feel free to email me directly, ken@thras.io, thras.io. You could just Google us, check out our website, and we're going to be having booths at all the big conferences starting next week. AMZ Innovate in New York City will be there on September 4th, Prosper, SellerCon, etc. So come by and say hi. And we love talking about, the best part of my job is talking with the entrepreneurs and learning about how they got started. There's some awesome stories out there. We're buying businesses in Romania from 25-year-olds that can basically retire. It's just awesome. It's fun. We love what we do. We're having fun doing it, and we plan on doing it for years to come.
That's awesome. Ken, appreciate it. I'm sure I'll talk to you again. But enjoy your weekend and have a good one.
Thank you. You too. Take care.
Bye.